Are you tired of your TV just sitting up against the drywall? You want it to look a little nicer, add some character, right? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to build a custom brick fireplace with a pull-out mantle drawer and custom cabinets on either side. Watch this video. I'll show you how I get it all done. Here, I've got a very makeshift room right now for the CNC. But what I'm doing today is I am breaking down this plywood so that the CNC will cut out all of the cabinet parts. I've already done it with a couple runs, couple parts of it. So obviously my CNC is only 4x4 and the room that I've put together isn't a whole lot bigger. So we're just going to cut these pieces in half, cram everything we can into that 4x4 and have the machine cut all the parts out. The first step, get the tracks all out. Alright, so now that I've got this piece on the table, I've looked at my program to see where on there all the cuts are going to take place because I have to secure this piece to the table. I like to, when possible, use clamps to preserve the life of the waste table as much as possible, but there's sometimes that it's just easier to throw a couple screws in.
I tell you, I'm really liking this CNC machine. It is making cutting cabinets out much easier. Now, I can obviously make cabinets pretty quickly at this point because I've made so many, but having it cut all the pieces out, all I gotta do is trim them up just to kind of knock off all those tabs and then assemble them. Assembly is pretty simple. It's just a little bit of glue, tack them in with some nails just to make sure it doesn't fall out, put the shelf in. Then once the shelf's in, I can put the stretchers up on top. And then off camera, I put the back panel in, which is just a 1/4 inch floating back panel. Super simple. But it allows me to get a bunch of other stuff done while the machine is making all those cuts for me. So CNC, definitely an improvement.
Alright, today's sponsor is craftedinflorida.com, and that's my website. Hit that link down in the description. It'll take you over there. On that website, you'll find a gallery of all the stuff I've ever done. I put all that stuff up there. It's cool to see all the pictures. I do everything from custom tables to obviously entertainment centers, pantries, anything you can think of. If you're local to the Central Florida area, you'll be able to do a contact form. Click on that. Let me know what you want me to build for you. I'd be happy to give you a free estimate. You'll also find some build recaps. That's where I type up everything that I do, all the information. If you want to see how I build all this stuff, I typed it all out into article form. All you have to do is insert your measurements. You'll also find a shop over there. In that shop, I've got custom pieces that I can build and send out to you. One of the most popular ones is the honeycomb shell. Great project right there. If you want that, I can make those for your space. I'll ship them to you. Install instructions, super easy. It's a really nice little display that you can put up with minimal tools. Head on over there, check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's get back to the video. We are assembling this mantle. If you watched one of my previous videos, I talked about putting together a mantle, doing a custom mantle. Pretty simple. The thing that I've always dealt with issues on is aligning these pieces here, the top and bottom, making sure that it's flush with the face of the mantle. So today, rather than fussing with it later during glue up, I'm going to go ahead and add some biscuits just to make sure alignment is dead on, and a few extra minutes now to save a bunch of time and headache later. So we're going to put these biscuits in, space them out about a foot, foot and a half. I just need a couple to make sure that they're all going to stay in place. And we'll get those in, do the glue up, and then this mantle is going to turn into a hidden drawer. So let's jump at those.
Alright, so a biscuit joiner, if you don't know, is just a simple tool that cuts a slot in the wood. It allows these little wood pieces that are called biscuits to fit in there, and just helps with alignment, really. That's the big thing. When putting this mantle together, I do have a video, like I mentioned, of the how I make mantles. I don't always do the biscuits, but like I said, sometimes it messes with the alignment during glue up. So the biscuits help just keep everything lined up. Put the biscuits in, lay on some glue, put some more glue on the other side, put it on there, use yourself a dead blow hammer, kind of get it all knocked into place, and the clamps will help finish the job. You get them on there, get a little bit of squeeze out. I like to put one end cap in. When you do this, I've got mitered edges on those end caps, so you want to make sure you get that miter lined up. That's the key thing here, because if you don't have that lined up correctly, it's going to cause you problems down in the future. So I get that other piece up, throw those clamps on, and then it's just putting that other end cap on. Again, really focusing on that miter, making sure it's nice and tight. This becomes quite the clamp job, trying to get everything lined up. The goal is to not have to use any fasteners. You don't want nails or anything. Sometimes you got to shoot a couple in there. You can fill them in later. Now we're moving on. I made this mantle into a drawer, so it's kind of like a hidden drawer. Put a little Bluetooth controlled lock on it. Customer likes it. It's a pretty neat thing. I didn't get all the installation on camera because I don't do a ton of filming in my customers' homes, but it did turn out nice. It's basically a giant drawer box that I'm making. Undermount slides help, handle all that weight. Like I said, I just got a simple Bluetooth controlled locking mechanism that I got off Amazon. Super easy. Now it's gone to the finish. I'm using Rubio Monocoats Black because we're going for that darker color. I tell you, I love putting stain on that white oak. White oak is it's a fantastic species of wood to use. I use it all the time. It's very dense, so it is very durable, which I like. And then it just takes stain well, despite the fact that it's as dense as it is. So I love the white oak. Rubio Monocoat is a fantastic finishing material. I've just started using it more often, and I'm a big fan of it. So simple, a little bit goes a long ways, and then you just wipe off that excess. Great product, love it. Then once I finished all this up, time to go into the house. Now, when I go in there, like I said, I don't do a ton of filming, but I did get a couple shots of working up that brick veneer. It's veneer, so it's all on sheets. All you gotta do is cut those sheets, put my thin set on, make sure everything gets lined up. Super simple. In that video right there, I show you how I do that German schmear technique to get that whitewashed look. I'll put a link in the description. Check that out. This project turned out great. Customer loves it. I love it. If you love it, hit the like button or the subscribe button. We'll see you next time.